Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University on the Dice Tower for Pocket Playthrough video series, where we play a few rounds of the game.
In this video, we'll show you Dungeon and Kingdom, game designed by Terry Chung and published by Asteria Games. We are using a prototype copy here of the game, and so the rules and components may not be final.
Let's do it, Tarrant.
Hi everyone, and here we are for our pocket playthrough for Dungeon and Kingdom. So, it's an interesting little game. What you can see in front of you here is some cards. There are adventurer cards and there are monster cards. And we're going to be bringing those into a queue of cards, an array. We're going to be making up to a 1x7 grid out of these. We're going to be drafting them out of here, and you only refill a column or a row once it's empty. And ultimately what we're going to be doing is cutting our row into one half, which is the kingdom, and the other half, which is the dungeon. And then on the kingdom side, we're going to use our adventurers to try to defeat the monsters for points. And on the dungeon side, we're going to be using the bonus effects on these cards. And we do that across the course of the full deck, and over the game, whoever has the most points from all of that will win.
That is correct. So Tarrant is the first player, and Tarrant needs to pick one of the cards here. There's no restriction on which one he can take, but it won't get refilled until completely a row or column is empty, and then we refill from the deck. I'm gonna show you as we go how the game works.
Yep, so I'm going to take Dark Glory here. I'm going to start with a monster. And it's an easy monster. It's only worth 4 points, but I have to get a few early points out of it.
Now I can see that Tarrant is getting that monster, so there's no I already see that there's no angel, which is the orange hero in there. There's a few of this, so for him it's probably pretty safe too. So while Tarrant's getting that, I'm probably gonna try to get just start getting some heroes for me to help me possibly in my journey. So I'm gonna take this one here, and I'm gonna put it on the leftmost space of my array. Now you can see that we still don't refill the cards, and it's back to Tarrant's turn.
Alright, I'm going to take the princess. The princess helps make a different colour wild, and that helps me for the reason Stella said before. There are no oranges out there.
Yeah, well, I could have done that actually. Princess is usually good like that. Now it is my turn. I'm going to try to collect this knight and put it on the leftmost space. Now you can see that now this row is empty. We reveal 3 cards to replace it. I just want to see, hopefully there's some good monsters for me that I can defeat. Now it is back to Tarrant's turn.
Yes, and I'm going to take this one, the warrior.
That's actually a good one because which hopefully we'll get to show you later how to activate the hero. And then it is back to my turn. I think this one is a bit risky because Tarrant just took the hero, because on each monster, as you can see on actually Tarrant's area, that you need this particular heroes to defeat the monsters. So right now Tarrant just needs one of the Vikings, which has got 3 of them in the middle. I'm probably gonna start collecting the heroes. Okay, back to Tarrant's turn.
Okay, so it's very much evident that I need one of these yellows, so I better take it before Stella takes it away. I've emptied the bottom row, so we'll fill it up. We've got a harpy, we've got another captain, and we've got an angel.
Hopefully there's another monster or another one's coming up with this color, so I'm gonna actually take this one. Okay, Tarrant.
Alright, I'm going to take this captain.
I'm going to actually get another one of this. So this is just a turn that you can take, so you'll see hopefully soon the meat of the game where you start scoring points, collecting gems and so on.
Alright, I'm going to take another monster.
Very brave.
Now this is on the far side. He's going to end up in my dungeon. But again, you'll see this will all make sense when we get to the point of doing a resolution.
All right. So I will take this one actually. I like the look of that.
Yep. All right. I'm going to take this angel. Place here. So I've now got 7 in my row. I have to cut next turn, and we'll see how that works shortly.
Yeah, now me, because this is a 2-player game, so I can also try to block Tarrant if I could, but Tarrant can only cut on a certain condition, so there's a chance that his cut phase is not going to be too successful. Now, I'm gonna do the card array option. So rather than collecting the cards, I'm going to take this monster. I'm gonna show my showcase. So
this is where the bulk of the game takes
That's
place.
correct. So I've got 6 cards already. Now, the monster that I just took, I can cut the cards that is the same color. So in this case, there's only card in the same color. Doesn't have to be the same monster. So it's this one. Now I decide whether I want to cut it to the left or to the right. I decide to cut it this way, so I'm going to create a gap. And this card that I just took, you use the card. If it's a monster, it goes to the monster graveyard. So I'm going to put it right there. If it's an adventurer, it goes also to the side, which I'm going to hopefully explain later. So now this divides my cards into 2 sections. So this is the kingdom and this is the dungeon. You can resolve in any order you want, back and forth is also okay. So my first one is to actually use this effect. So in the dungeon, the way you use your cards is using effects that is printed underneath the pictures. So I'm using this one first, and this lets me move move card from dungeon to kingdom, kingdom to dungeon, so twice. So in this case, I'm going to put this one here and discard this card. So this is discarded, it's not going to be collected in my treasury. And then now I'm going to use, so this actually is my kingdom and this is my dungeon. The next step is that I'm going to use this monster's power. Now, if you use the monster, you need to have a controlling adventurer, either from this area or from your hand. But at the moment, we don't start, I don't have any cards in my hand. So I'm controlling this monster. Now, the power of this monster is that I can defeat a monster at an opponent's array with 1 less adventurer from my kingdom. So at this stage, if you see here, Tarrant has got this monster that I want to defeat. I want to take this away from Tarrant. So this monster, I have this one that I can use to defeat. And this one, I don't have to pay because with this power, I can use 1 less adventurer to defeat a monster. So this monster then goes to the graveyard, but this time I will take the victory point, which is 4. So we all start with 6 victory points here. Sorry, I need to get 4, so 4 points. Goes to the graveyard, and then the adventurer gets discarded from the game. And this actually also gets discarded. So this has been used and discarded. Now, this is on the right hand side, and it's still the dungeon, and this is the kingdom. I will resolve this by looking at this. I can draw 3 cards from the draw deck and keep it in my hand. So that's one of the ways you get cards in your hand. As long as it's not monster. If you have a monster, you just put it back and somewhere there, and then shuffle it briefly, and you just draw another one that is not a monster. If it's a monster, you do the same thing. All right, that's not a monster, and that also gets discarded to a discard pile. Now, cards in my dungeons are gone, and now this is card in my kingdom. Card in the kingdom that doesn't get used goes to your hand. So here you go. I'm ending up with 4 cards in my hand, and this is you can have up to 7 cards in your hand.
All right, so now it's my turn, and that definitely disrupted my plans. I was hoping to cut and create a kingdom there. Sorry, before we do this, we do have a row to replenish here, so I'll just do that before we commence. All right. So yes, I was hoping to defeat that monster. Now I can't. I'll make a cut. This green one coming here works. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut here. Now I could cut here on the princess because the princess is wild, but I'm cutting on the green anyway. So this goes into my treasury, becomes a green gem here, and I'm going to cut in this direction. So I'm going to have a very small kingdom here, just with the princess, and then I'm going to resolve all of these cards here. So the first one I will resolve, I'm going to use the captain to control the Orthos here. And these two will be discarded, and the effect is...
That is very good.
Double power. So I get to draw 6 non-monsters from the draw deck. So
that is excellent.
I'll draw 6 cards here. I'll have a look. I've got 2 monsters.
Yep, I'll fix that for you.
I'll grab 2 more.
Yep.
Just keep going. All right. Excellent. I don't have any
monsters
now.
All right. What you gonna do next?
Okay. Now I could do the same again here. I've got another captain, but that's going to put a lot of cards in my hand. So what I will do is place this captain. No, I just won't use this captain. You'll see what will happen in a sec. I am going to use this angel. So the effect here is I can take a card from my hand or from my array and use its power and then put it in my treasury. So I'm going to take this green card from my hand and use that. So that will go in my treasury, and its effect is I can move a card from one side to the other. So let's discard this. I think, yes, I will. I'll move the princess here. And then, let's see, I'm 1 card. That's all right. I'm going to use this princess effect right now. So the princess lets me turn gems into points at an escalating rate. And so by discarding the princess, I'm going to discard 2 gems and gain 5 points.
Oh,
so
nice.
Discard all of that and I get 5 points.
And that's how you turn the treasury into points.
Yes. Now I still have a battle call. I think I actually will use this battle call because I tend to like getting cards.
You can only have up to seven cards, so you need to discard.
So I will need to discard. Yep. I've got 2 monsters here. There we go.
Yep. I'll shuffle it back
in.
Yep.
And I'm left with just this 1 green card. There's no way for me to use its power, so it's just going to go into my treasury.
Yeah. Very good turn, Tarrant, and you've got a lot of points there.
Yep. I have 8 cards, so I need to discard one of these.
One of those.
This one.
Okay. It's away from the game.
All right. So we've both emptied out our arrays, and now we need to build them up again.
Exactly. Well, I'm not going to do the same mistake. I'm going to just quickly take the princess. Because why not? So you could have probably taken this princess rather than the green one. But it's easy for you. Oh, that's the color I want. And then you get the one that you want. Okay, that's my go. Okay,
I do want to get in and start defeating some monsters since you took my previous monsters. So I'm going to take the Undead Reaper here.
Very good. Now you empty his column.
Yes.
Lets me take something else maybe that is good. There's nothing that actually that good, but I do want to take a monster as well.
You want to conquer mine again?
I don't know. You go.
I go? I will take the summoning wizard, like so, and replenish. So we've got another double power, another wizard, and another princess.
And I'll take the princess. Wow.
Princess gone right away.
Yeah. Sorry. And then you'll go.
I go, all right, I'm quite scared of this conquer ability because with 2 princesses and any cards in hand, you can snatch this from me. So I'm going to jump in very quickly and do an early cut.
Whoa! That's probably a good call.
I'm going to take this wizard. I can cut here because you can only cut at a matching one.
Yep.
The wizard goes into here. Now I'm taking a little bit of a gamble here. I'm going to use the summon effect. So I get to look at 5 cards from the deck and put one of them into my Dungeon or Kingdom.
Yep.
And let's just hope I've got the card I need to fill up the card I don't have.
Oh, you got princess.
There we go. We got a princess, so that's good.
Yeah, princess will. Yeah.
So I'm going to add my princess to
That's
my
a really
kingdom.
good call. That's a really good
The
call.
wizard is gone. These all go on the bottom of the deck because the size of the deck is important here. And then I need another one for the princess, but that's okay. So I'm going to defeat the Undead Reaper using cards from my hand as well as cards in my kingdom. So I need a blue. I need another blue. I need a green. I don't have a green, so I play
any color.
And the princess, and that will count as a green.
Correct.
And then I play a purple. And success.
That is a really good game. Well, it's not really. It's a very calculated gamble. All you need is that one thing anyway.
Yeah.
It's
So
easy.
I score 12 points. The monster goes into my graveyard.
Correct.
So I'll pop that here. And the rest of the adventurers go away.
Wow, that's a really good turn, Tarrant, I think.
And I've stopped you from potentially snatching my monster.
Boo! All right, I'm gonna just easily take this one. Okay, you'll go again.
Okay. I'm going to take a conquering monster. I want to scare you a little bit. Force your hand.
No! All right, I'm going to take this one. So nothing's available yet until all of these, one of these are gone.
Yep, this is the leanest the board can be. So I'm going to be doing a big refill here. So I'm going to take a captain and then we lay out 5 new cards.
Yeah, so it'll be the both row and columns would be revealed.
Yes.
Or refill, I should say. I will take this ninja card. That's it.
Okay, you're getting very close to having to cut, and you've got enough princesses, so I can't block you from cutting.
Yeah.
So
I think what we're gonna do here, I could have probably maybe at this stage do what I did before, which is using the power of this, but we're gonna show you other mechanics and what happened in the game as well.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab another angel. Because it's pretty handy. It gives you a lot of flexibility on using card powers, which is nice.
I'm going to do another cut. So I'm going to take this one and cut it right here. So let's bring it with me. And I will put this into my gem pile. So I'm going to just put it there.
Create your treasury.
Here's my treasury. So right now my Dungeons only has got 1 and my kingdom has got a few there. So what I'll do, I will use this one first to look at, choose a player's hand and take 1 card to my hand.
So normally this is the player who has the most cards in hand, which of course is me in a 2-player game.
Yep. So this is what Tarrant has. So I'm going to just take this one into my hand. And then this gets discarded because I've used the power. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the card that I want to defeat this. So I'm going to defeat this particular monster. So this Viking, wizard, I need the green. I don't have any... Oh, actually, I do have green. There you go. Perfect. So these monsters get defeated. This adventurers goes away. And I get a 7 point. Let's see, 5, 7. So
Very
this
good.
goes to my monster graveyard. This actually is in my kingdom, which I will take to my hand.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to take a red.
I will take... I'm going to start defeating a monster now. I've got good hand, I think. I'm going to start taking this one.
I'm going to take another red.
Oh, you're deliberately not giving me a new card there. Let's see what's going on there. I will take the red. Now we reveal new cards.
Another red.
Okay.
Ooh, I've got a couple of options now. No, I'm going to take the red and I'm going to cut here. Ooh. So I cut with this. It goes into my... I saw a lot of reds, and what I wanted to do was create a good gem score.
Yeah.
So
I can see that. So there's red, blue, and green at the moment there.
Yep. So I can't defeat this monster. Essentially, I'm not taking any actions here. What will happen is the monster stays in the array. The remaining cards in my dungeon kingdom go into my hand. The remaining cards in my dungeon go into my treasury. And then I lose 2 victory points to this monster. So next time around, next time I cut, if I don't defeat this monster, I lose those victory points.
Correct.
If I do defeat the monster, I get them back. So I'm taking a calculated risk there based on the fact that I know Stella doesn't have any more conquering robots. Otherwise, she'd get my points.
That's probably good. You can... Now I'm still worried that you're going to conquer my monster. Because you got a few things there in your hand.
True.
And you could possibly conquer that easily. Well, I'm going to have to stop you from that. So I'm going to actually do this. So I'm going to take this one.
Of course.
The princess one.
You can see that I need a princess to cash these gems into points.
Yeah. And I will put the princess... Actually, this is going to be slightly different. I can immediately cut this, cut my array. So I cut the array here. Put that away in my gem pile.
Yes.
And I will try to defeat this monster. And I need the knight, which I have here. I need, from my hand, this is my hand. I got an angel, and then all I need is a ninja, which I don't have, but I'm gonna use a princess to pretend this as a ninja to defeat this monster. This all gone.
Yep.
And this goes to my monster pile, and I've got 7 points. It stays here. That says there. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take this monster. I'm going to take it early because this monster eats opponents' gems, and I can't afford to leave that with you. But it's giving me a lot of risk here with all these monsters. So that's going to take some effort, but it's important, and it means that you're flipping the next ones.
That is a good strategy. Okay, I'll take this one then. And that means you've got no
princess.
No.
Princess. Oh.
Sorry, not princess.
So upsetting.
Sorry. Now you're gonna have to... So Tarrant needs to defeat the monster here because like the when you do the card array next, otherwise you lose that 2 victory points that was taken from your own supply.
Yes. So this is what's in my hand. I've got to get working, especially on this one. So I'm going to add a green.
I'm gonna get a wizard.
Okay. Looking at what I need, I'm going to take a purple.
Ah, I wanted that one. But that's okay. I'm going to take this monster.
Okay.
Yep.
So we flip up some new ones. Princess.
Green. No, green. Green.
Oh,
not green.
Luck.
Actually, no, I don't need green.
I will take a
Yes,
yellow.
I'll take this one. This is what I need, not green.
And I will take this orange.
I'm going to take this one.
Yep. And so the risk here was I actually was going to get blocked out from being able to cut.
Ah, princess!
It's a princess, but...
So you can cut any way you want. It's so good.
Yes, if I cut with... The problem is if I cut with the princess, I don't get to resolve its effect. And I kind of need to lock in... I need to lock in these points, which means I do really need to cut with the princess and hope another one comes later. So I'm going to cut with the princess here. She goes in my gem pile.
You're going to have a lot of gems there if you can fit that.
So all of these are now in my kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So if I've counted this out correctly, my giant robot has got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And my hungry dragon has got 1, 2, 3, 4.
That
so
is
I get
excellent.
these back and I grab 24 points.
That is amazing point, Tarrant. Well done. So you can defeat more than one monsters as long as you have the required heroes to defeat.
Yes. But I've still got all these frozen gems here that I really need a princess to turn into points.
And my go, I will take this. I'm gonna start cutting my array, my cards. So I'm gonna cut it right here. This is the same color, purple, and I will cut it right there. This goes away. Now I'm also building up with 2 purple, because when you turn this into gem, you must choose the same color with princess white as wild. So this is when I get the princess card later to turn this into gem, because this is the only way you can do it. And then I can turn this into 9 points. So focusing on this one, I will now defeat this monster. So this monster needs a warrior green, a wizard blue, and a ninja purple. And that gives me 7 points. So when you do that again, you don't get the power of the monster, you don't get the power of the heroes, just get the points, and this gets to the monster discard or graveyard, and get the 7 points.
But then on top of that,
I need to resolve the dungeon now, which means that if I the monster that I kill, I get 2 extra points. So this goes away, and I get 2 extra points. So I probably should have resolved this effect first, but in this case it doesn't really matter because it's next to each other. So this gets discarded as well, and that's it.
okay, so we're probably only about halfway through the game at the moment. We play until the draw deck is expired.
Yep.
We are going to finish our pocket playthrough there. The game basically, it continues in this same vein as we build up our arrays and split and score.
What we haven't shown is that what happens if there are, let's say there are 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 cards right here, but you cannot actually cut anywhere. Let's say.
So princess you can always cut at.
That's
but,
correct.
if we had another monster in here, and these guys weren't on the board, okay, this is a little contrived.
Yeah.
But the worst thing you can do in this game is build up an array and then not have a valid card to cut it with.
And then you just have to discard and start again.
Yes.
So you try not to do that, because that would be bad.
That would waste a very large chunk of your game, essentially.
Correct.
So don't do that.
So yeah, there's different ways of scoring. The monsters fighting using the monster power is not really scoring, and the other one is the gem. So this is ready to be turned into points.
Yes. And that's our pocket playthrough for Dungeon and Kingdom. We hope you enjoyed this video.
When we film this video, Dungeon and Kingdom is going to Kickstarter, so we will put the link in the description below when it is live, so you can check it out. If you enjoyed this video or find it useful, please help us by hitting that like button. And subscribe to the Dice Tower if you haven't already done so.
And if you have any questions, comments or feedback, please leave them in the comments section below.
See you next time!